Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Deirdre and today I decided to take another look at the infamous Nomad Cosmetics Berlin palette. So when I created my first video, which I'll go ahead and leave a link up here and below in the description box for that video in case you are interested. When I did that video, I had just gotten this palette in my Ipsy bag and I was at a little bit of a loss. It's kind of a struggle to think of color combinations using solely this palette without reaching into any other palettes because it is mostly shimmers and the color story is very dark. So when I did that video, it was because I went on Instagram, I went to the brand page, I looked all over YouTube for inspiration on looks that I could create, and I really didn't see anything out there. So I decided to make that video to challenge myself to create 3 looks using solely that palette. And for me, the video has done really well. So it kind of re-inspired me to go ahead and do part 2, creating some more looks using that palette. So that's what I've done today, 2 more looks using solely that palette. And I actually like these 2 looks even better than the first round of looks that I did with that first video. So I hope that you enjoy this video. Let's go ahead and get started with the first look. Okay, so to start, we're gonna do our base, and for that, I'm just gonna use this ColourPop No Filter Concealer in the number 26 medium, and I'm gonna apply that all over the lid as my base. And next I'm going to add a little bit of a purple base to my eye because I really want that purple color to show through. So for that, I'm going to use this ColourPop gel liner in the color Pinky Pink. And with a fluffy brush, I'm just going to apply this to the lid. And if you don't have this gel liner, you can always use a gel eyeliner pencil. And make sure that you remember to lightly blend out the edges as well. We just want a light wash of this color, nothing too intense. Now I'm gonna go in with a Morphe M443 brush, and with that color, Love Parade, we are gonna start to apply this all over the lid on top of where we placed that base. And as you can see, since we did place that base down, this color is looking much more purple than without it. It doesn't look quite as dark, it looks a little bit more vibrant, and that's exactly what we want. And I'm going to take this out and start to blend that color upwards. And as you see, as you start to blend this color up and out above where that base is, you can see it starts to look a little bit darker, a little bit more gray, and that's okay. Next, we're going to deepen up the outer corner of the eye. So we're going to take the black color, which is Club Knock, however you say it. And we are going to take a more tiny, denser crease brush. This is a MAC brush. I think it's a 217, 219, one of those. And we're going to deepen up this outer corner. And then with that same brush that I used to add the purple, we are going to blend it up and out. You don't have to worry about this being too defined because I'm going to clean up the edges with the baby wipe. And you don't have to do this eye shape either. If you want to do a rounded eye, you can do that. I want it to be a little bit more drawn out. Then I'm going to go with another crease brush, another Morphe M443, but this time with no product, and I'm going to use that to blend out the edges so that they are not as harsh and they are more blended. And you're going to go back and forth until you get the outer corner built up to the intensity of black that you want. It's a lot of back and forth between the varying brushes. Just like if you were painting a picture, you'd use different brushes and go back and forth. Same thing with the eye. So I'm not really sure what happened. I don't know if my camera recorded what I did. So I'm gonna do it again on the other eye. So what I did is I cleaned up the edge with a baby wipe, and then I'm gonna go in with that mint green Kreuzberg color, and I'm gonna add this as my brow highlight. And I want this color to be pretty intense, so I'm packing it on fairly heavy. And I'm gonna blend that back down into that black. And then I'm also gonna take a little bit on my finger, and we're gonna place this in the center of the eye and just blend it out. Because we don't want it too heavy and too harsh, but we want to add this like oil slick effect where it goes from the purple to the green into the black. If you lose some of that intensity of the black in the outer corner, you can always go back between the brushes to intensify. You could do the same thing with the purple. I'll put a little bit on my finger. You get lose some of that purple color on the inner corner. And again, just go back with that. And just pat between the different colors to blend it out so that you kind of have a gradient without having a harsh spotlight eye. It looks more oil slick, which I think is really cool. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish my face, and then I'll come back and work on the lower lash line with you. All right, so next what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take that ColourPop gel liner and I'm gonna smudge this along the lower lash line, and I'm also gonna place it into the lower waterline as well. Place down, you're going to take the left parade color with a small pencil brush, and we're just going to place that on top of where we put that purple eyeliner. And we're going to smudge it out. And we're going to slightly connect it in the outer edge, bringing that up as well. And you can drag this and smooth it out as low as you want to. I'm not gonna go typically quite as low as I normally would, because you know I love to take it low, but I think I'm gonna keep it about like that. And then I'm just gonna add some lashes, liner, tightline my eyes, and then I'll be back to show you the final look. So there you have it. This completes look number 1. I really like this one. I actually like this one better than any of the ones I came up with in my first video. So let's go on to look number 2. Alright you guys, so now we're gonna start on look number 2. I apologize, my lids are a little bit stained from the last look. From the gel pot liner, so they look a little pink or purple. That is why. So to start off, we're gonna take a Morphe M443 brush, and we're gonna take the color Orange Strave, which is that matte brown color, and we are gonna start building that color up into the crease. I am going to do a mixture today of warm and cool, which I think warm and cool colors look very nice together, especially when they're warm and cool metallics, so like silvers, golds, bronze, coppers, I think always look really pretty. So I'm gonna build this color up pretty heavily in the crease. So I am gonna do a cut crease today. And again, because I have hooded eyes, I'm gonna take it pretty high up. And I'm just gonna blend out the edges by using small circular motions. So next I'm going to take the color SO36, and with a Morphe M507 brush, I'm going to start to apply this color into the outer crease. It's a little bit lighter than I was anticipating. So I think what I might do instead is add this as my brow bone highlighting. I love bold highlight colors to accentuate the eye. And then I'm gonna go back in with that original brush that we used to blend out that crease crush color, and we're gonna blend it out. And so then instead, I'm going to take the color, let's try the Hansa. And let's put that over there instead. Oh yeah, much better. And we're gonna blend this up into the outer crease as well. I think to deepen out the outer corner, I'm gonna lightly tap into that black color and just add a little bit to that to help darken it, but not make it completely black. And then I'm gonna cut my crease, and I'm only gonna do a half cut crease, and then we'll come back and finish up the look. All right, so I've added my half cut crease. So what I'm gonna do is go in with the color The Wall and a flat eyeshadow brush. I'm using the MAC 242. We're gonna press that on top of everywhere that we put the concealer for the cut crease. And then we get to the outer edge. I'm gonna go back in with some of that Hansa color. We're gonna blend it together, and I'm gonna do it kind of at an angle. So like this is how we're gonna blend it in, not just right at the edge. Okay, so what I did is added a little bit of black eyeliner to the tight line of my eye and also to the lower lash line. And then what I'm gonna do is go in with a combination of the Hansa eyeshadow and a little bit of that brown Strabe. So first what I'm gonna do is take the pencil brush, and with the Hansa color, we are going to apply this to the lower lash line and sort of smoke it out. That brown eyeliner that we placed there. And I'm just using a small bullet brush. And then I'm gonna go in with a larger fluffy bullet brush, and with the Strabe, we're going to smooth that out even lower. I don't think it'll make a difference, but I did add a little bit of brown to the top lash line. So I'm gonna go ahead and smoke that out only on the outer half. I don't want to take it into the wall color. This is, we did take it in at an angle. It's like a little bit as far over as we did that color to blend it in is how far over on the eyelid I'm taking it. So that's pretty much it for the eye look. I'm gonna go ahead and throw on the rest of my face, and I will come back and show you the completed look. This is the completed second look. I hope that you enjoyed this part 2 revisit back to the Berlin palette. If you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Comment below which is your favorite look out of each one of the videos. And subscribe, because if you already are at the end of this video, then that means you liked what you saw and you might as well come back for more. I will see you in the next one.